Hello, my friends. How are you? Hiker Dave here. Just getting my gear ready. It's another beautiful, crappy, chilly, kind of drizzly, rainy day. I was here yesterday. I scouted out 4 different hiking spots yesterday. Took the whole day just driving around my area. This was the 3rd place I came yesterday. And I'm like, this can't be right. I see mailboxes. Funny, this rock right here was not here yesterday. I know this because I sat right there reading what's in this mailbox. So I was hesitant, but I came anyways up to the mailbox. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's a sign-in book. Some places when you come to a trail, you sign in, and there's like this little map area thing. And I remember distinctly sitting on this rock yesterday, and that boulder was not there. I know for sure. Again, because I sat down here. Really odd. So this, funny story. So I found this place on my All Trails app. And this road here, this dirt road, it has a name. But the road is not on the GPS. So when I'm looking at my GPS as I'm driving, oh, come on, focus. So as I'm driving, the GPS, I look at it, and it's showing me just driving through the middle of the woods. So today, I drove past here, and I said, geez, I wonder how long this road is, because this is, about 4, maybe 3 or 4 miles up this dirt road just to get here. So just now, I said, oh, I wonder what's up further. Guys, I traveled that road. I was shocked. The road, I went like 10 miles. There's maybe 2 or 3 homes on it. It's just cuts through the wilderness. It's awesome. I can't wait to come up here in the wintertime to use my 4-wheel drive. But this road keeps going. I just finally found a spot and turned around in the road and came back here. I couldn't believe how far. And it's funny to look at the GPS and to see that there's major roads, up on top of the GPS and next to me, but the GPS shows me just driving, not even on a road. So I thought that was pretty interesting. How desolate this area is. That I cannot explain. I could be wrong, guys. Maybe I hallucinated. I don't know. Maybe it was there. I just can't see. I know because I sat there. Really strange. So we're going to go for a hike, guys. This is a 4.5 mile. I think it's a loop. It is a loop trail. Got a leaner right off the bat here. Although it could have been someone's walking stick. I know that people do that. I've done it in the past. Where as you're walking through the woods, you find yourself a walking stick. And then when you get out to the trailhead, you just lean it against something for someone else to use, right? Anyways, let me get my gear going here. And we'll go for a hike. I am glad that it's not pouring out, so I can not worry so much about my phone. I was talking with Gary the other day, my buddy Gary, my hiking partner, and we were talking about the camera that he donated to my channel, and I got a call for like some tech support to figure out how to edit videos together. You know, say I have a loop of 4 or 5 different videos, how to put them together into one video, because I have yet to learn that. Hey, Bear. Because otherwise, I'd be using that camera right now, and I hate that to go to waste. Yeah. There we go. There's the trail I want. Well, into the forest, off the comfort of the nice wide forest road, and into the woods I go. I wanted to answer a question I get often on my channel. More than a handful of times I've had people ask me, what do the ribbons mean wrapped around the trees? And I don't have an answer for that. I don't know if they're marked to be taken down to eventually, you know, maybe it's a dead tree, and it maybe poses a threat or a hazard to hikers. And they mark it with a ribbon to have it removed. I don't know what that means. I wish I had an answer for you guys that ask that often. The rain's starting to come down a little bit now, although I do think it's because I've got a lot of canopy over me. Hiking solo today. My younger hiking partner, my nephew, is working today. It's fairly early right now. And my other buddy Gary has got all types of stuff going on. He's very busy at the moment. So it's just me. Yay. The foliage around here is pretty much past its peak. Everything is brown and orange. No more leaf peeping up here. I don't know how it is back in Massachusetts, but boy, I feel so alone and desolate out here. I probably shouldn't have taken that dirt road, that 10 miles or so, to discover just how isolated this area is. So I was thinking the other day, which can be dangerous, about, I mean, I've said before in my videos that what you don't see when I'm out here doing this, looking for sign, and just, I'm enjoying myself, guys. I'm a hiker by nature, you know. I love to hike, but I can hike an area and I'll see nothing as far as sign goes for a Sasquatch sign, and I could go to another spot and kind of hit a jackpot like I did in my last couple videos. I just hit this area that I call it a jackpot just because there was so much to see. Teepee structures and little shelters, and what was that up ahead there? And, you know, and again, it's sometimes what you don't see tells a story. It's the same as what I will find as far as structures and leans and bends and tree breaks. You know, that'll tell me what's in my theory. Of course, I'll say it, that it's just my opinion, but what I'm not seeing will tell me that maybe this area is not a traveled part of the forest, right? And then when I do see like that area where there was just so much sign, and it's just so near the trail. And I get comments too of people that say, come on, dude, it's right on a trail. You know, all that sign is right there for all to see. Obviously, you know, people did that. And I think of that too, because, you know, you have to be, you know, you got to be honest with yourself and try to think of things logically. But we got here a little river. I will get back to my thought. Hold on, guys. I want to. We finally got some water flowing up in this area. It's about time. That must be a huge body of water up there. The big clearing. Must be a lake or a pond up there. I think I'll find out in a second. So getting back to that, to my theory, because this is all it is a theory that I've had as of late. The reason that I'll see so much sign right on or just off a trail or just close to trails, close to roads, where it's easy, boy, this closes right in, where it's easy for humans to see. What's that? Hey, Bear. I think that perhaps the reason that it's so close to trails and so easy for us to spot it is it's a form of art. You know, if you think of, say you draw something or paint a beautiful painting. Wow, this is nuts. You want people to see it. You know, I paint myself and I like to show people my art. You know, I want people to see it. And I think maybe perhaps, wow, that it's art. And it's a form of relaxation for them, and I think maybe that they may get some enjoyment out of the fact that we get to see it and enjoy it. And maybe they may hang back and look at people's reactions, because I'm a firm believer that Sasquatch stay near hiking trails and parks and stuff like that because they like to observe people. And who knows, guys, you know, maybe it's art is what I'm trying to say. Boy, it is froggy as all get out around here. Oh, someone stuffed a canoe over there. Yep. Boy, it's all dried up. Well, leave a comment on your thoughts on that, if perhaps what we're seeing, what I'm finding, and what I consider to be Sasquatch sign is an art. And because I tell you, if I lived out in the forest my entire existence, I would find a way to take up some of my time other than sleeping, hunting, eating. Just a thought. I don't think too many people have been down this trail lately because I'm stepping in a bunch of cobwebs or spider webs or something. Hey, Bear. A tree break right there. It's about 4 feet up. Okay. Onward. Wow, this must be really, really wet in the spring. I can imagine. It's just all this got to be underwater with the runoff, the snow melt and such. Holy Jablinski. What am I looking at? A maze of these little bridges here. Yeah, it's got to be soaking wet here. That's what I'm thinking. That's why there's so many of these little crossings. Oh, and it is wet out and slippery. We don't need a man down situation here. I don't know if this has recently been logged or something, but boy, there's a lot of tree damage or falled trees. Yeah, it's got to be wet out here, I'll tell you, in the spring, no doubt. It never ceases to amaze me, guys, when I go to these different hikes I go on up here in New Hampshire. Some of these places, it's like you're on another planet. I went for a hike with my nephew last weekend. Nope. What was it? Saturday, just passed. No, today's Monday. It was last weekend. Went for a hike and we took this trail. It was called the Boulder Trail, and it was like being on another planet. It was like these old glacial stone boulders, and it was just these caves and all kinds of really cool stuff. All right, I'm going to show you where I am, guys. Enough with me trying to, because I've had people say to me, Dave, why do you tell people where you are? People can go and, prank you and go do stuff out in the woods. Well, if you live close enough by me where I am now, be my guest. It's fine. It doesn't worry me so much. I think what I would worry about is if I ever spotted one, a Sasquatch, and got it on video or had an encounter, I would not say where that is. I would not let people know, because I wouldn't want people flooding out here to shoot it or something, But I'm going to show you where I'm hiking, at least the trail names. And if you're that interested, you can look it up and find out right where I'm at. All right, so I've got an option here. I could take the Holt Trail to Osgood Summit. Summit? That sounds an awful lot like climbing a mountain. Coolish Ledge Trail was the original trail I've been on, and I think I might continue that trail. I'm going to check out the map. I was able to grab a map out of that little mailbox, and then I'll return it before I leave, because there was only one. But well, I've decided I'm just going to stay on this ledge trail. I think there's like a lookout area, I think, but I'll follow this trail, keeping with the same color blazes and such. And I am climbing elevation. This would be level right here. And it's uphill. What are you going to do? It's really eerie, kind of, with the fog. But I like it. A little bit of an adrenaline Little adrenaline rush. I just heard a big old crack right up that way. Nice big crack. Come from up there, up on that hill. The higher I get, the froggier it gets. It's kind of getting, the visibility is getting worse and worse. Of course, the trail marker wants me to go right up where I heard that crack from. Okay, I see that trail marker. I'd like to see another one. Oh, I see one up there. Really? Kidding me, right? Really? You want me to go directly right up into that? My goodness, that's foggy. All right. I didn't come out here for nothing. That is quite a climb. Here comes the rain. There is some activity up on that ridge up there, or that hill, that mountain. I'm going to leave it be. I'm getting that uncomfortable feeling. And, I'm going to go back and I'm going to take that trail that was off to my right. Maybe that's a different feeling or a different vibe. I definitely have an odd vibe looking up into the fog up there. I swear I saw something moving up there, but it could be anything. It could be anything. Something that just caught my eye, kind of. You know, I look down to see where I'm stepping, and I look up, and I just caught. I don't even see any more blazes on the tree. I'm not using that as an excuse because I'm not going any further up this hill alone. Oh, right there. Yeah, it wants me to go right up this hill. I'm going against everything I feel in my gut right now. I am forcing one foot in front of the other at the moment. Boy, this is steep. Anybody who makes videos on YouTube or videos in general knows how the picture doesn't do it justice on how steep a plane can be, you know what I mean? Or it doesn't relate into video. I'm really hesitant to continue up there. Whoop, see, I'm seeing movement again. Why does this happen to me? Why doesn't it happen to normal, regular folk who just hike? Oh, boy. I just don't want to go up there. I hate that. I even have protection. Something doesn't feel right. I'm about a mile, I guess, into my trail since I come to that little split off and decided to follow this Kalish ledge or Coolish ledge. I'll go back to that trail that was on my right and I'll see what that's all about. I know that was we'll just see if I get a different vibe from it. I do apologize, guys. So normally, I don't know, I follow my gut and it's gotten me this far, so if I was with somebody, I think we would go up there, but I just don't feel right. Something doesn't feel right, so whether it's a mountain lion, a bear, something's telling me not to go up there. I always feel dejected deep down in my gut. I always feel like, what is wrong with you? You know, I came here to hike. Why would I turn around like that? It disappoints me, I guess I could say. And I don't want to disappoint my viewers, you know. I don't want you guys people that watch it to be like, what the hell's wrong with this dude? It's just some fog and some rain. But I just got a bad feeling, and I'll take that other trail. We'll see where we go from there. Something that goes through my mind when that situation like that happens to me is, you know, I think there's a reason why I feel like that. It doesn't happen all the time. I don't know. You know, it's one of those things. I am in the camp that believes Sasquatch can project emotions onto a person. And, you know, if the possibility is there that there was maybe a Sasquatch up there on top of that ridge, maybe a watcher of some sort protecting his group, and that tree snap I heard was just a warning, you know, a little warning of just, you know, hey, dude, go the other way. As I leave that area right now, still, I feel that anxiety coming down now. Like, I can feel it starting to go away. And in a way, it makes me feel even more like an idiot. But I'd rather be wrong, you know, about that projecting feelings theory and come out of here alive. You know what I mean? And then be correct about it and continue on regardless of what I'm feeling. I hope I put that the right way. I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my edge, right, guys? I was mentioned that to Gary before about how people, how they'll go on a nature walk completely oblivious of their surroundings and what's around them, and even people that live in the mountains up here. I'll see sometimes I'll pass someone on a trail and they're not even carrying a backpack, and you know, they're just frolicking through the woods, having no clue, zero clue that there's predators out here. That mountain lion and bear are no joke, and then the moose. You add in the moose. People, I don't know if they know when they. Whoa. I don't know if they know when they don't care. You know, it blows my mind. I've had that happen back in Mass before. I've been 5 miles out on a 10-mile hike in Massachusetts and I came across this Oriental, or Asian, I'm sorry, a couple. They had nothing. The woman was carrying a bottle of water and it was empty. Really? And they had nothing. They had no gear. And the woman had asked me, where's the parking lot? And I've told this story before. I said, ma'am, which parking lot? There's 8 of them. I think I was in the Blue Hills in Massachusetts. And she asked me where the lot is. I said, where did you park? They were so far off. And then the guy kind of, not grabbed his wife, but he said, you know, come on, let's go. And he didn't even want help. He didn't want to say, I'm lost. Or even, I wanted to offer some water. I mean, they had nothing. Some people they're oblivious too. They think that they can't get lost or something. I don't know. As it turns out, to end that story, I went back to Blue Hills that next day to hike another trail because the place is massive. And I talked to one of the employees that works there, and I mentioned, I was joking about the couple that I came across, and he said, "Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. They made a 911 call right before the sun went down. They had to send in a crew to get that lady and woman out. It ended up they were like 8 miles from their car. If the guy had listened to me, there was a trailhead map that I had passed. I passed like an intersection. This freaking trail numbers and everything out there. It's very sophisticated. Be easy to get lost, but if you don't have a map, carry a map. And they had nothing. And I wanted to tell the guy, listen, go back 1/8 of a mile, and there's a big map all in glass. He wasn't having it. He would rather go down because of his pride, call 911 because he was too proud to let me help them. People are nuts. They don't get it, you know. I heard a story on the interwebs. It was just, I think it was, I took yesterday to scout trails to find a place where I could hike today. And I went on the YouTubes and stuff, and I'm watching a video. This man and this woman were hiking in the White Mountains of New Hampshire. And when they got on the trail that morning, it was cold. They were dressed for cold weather and such. And they kept climbing an elevation, and the weather got worse and worse. And holy mackerel, here we go. and they ended up stuck out there. And the guy was being interviewed, I don't know, for some news channel, and he said that they were shivering really bad, and he said, I noticed my wife stopped shivering for quite a while. We sat to take a breather, and he said he was just kind of sitting there, and he reached over and put his hand on his wife's leg, and he instantly drew his hand back, and he knew that she died. She died. She succumbed to the elements, hypothermia, and she didn't make it out. You know, I mean, I don't know. We can all say, hey, maybe the guy didn't like his wife. You know what I mean? It took her out knowing that she wouldn't make it. But, you know, still, they thought they were prepared. And then weather rolled in. The snowstorm hit. I mean, high elevation up here in the mountains, the weather is different than, you know, sea levels, let's say. And the guy lost his wife. That was 2018, just a couple of years ago. So it just shows to go, you know, you think that you're ready. You know, if you think you have enough stuff, think again. And, you know, I go by the motto, I'd rather have it and never need it than need it and not have it. You know, I'd rather carry extra gear. Right now in my day pack, I've got food and water for a couple of days. I mean, I'm not so much concerned about the water. There's plenty of water up here in the mountains right now, but, you know, I have mountain house meals. I have a stove. I have a way to boil water. First aid, I very rarely use it, but sometimes I need it. Just stuff like that. That's all. I'm rambling. I'm trying to take my mind off the fact that I just ran like a big old baby. I didn't run, but I retreated. Looks like a beaver was having a little meal. A little bushwhacking going on here for a minute. Rain's starting to pick up some. I kind of knew it. Well, that was interesting. A strange turn of events. My phone just shut off and died in that last clip. And that has never happened to me. It's happened to me with cameras back in Massachusetts, in Massasoit. I had it happen to me a couple times. I'm back home now. I'm in my backyard. So my phone just shut off. You know, the LG came up, the screen dimmed, and just died on me. I'm like, what is going on? My phone was at 94% when I got out of my vehicle to go for the hike. I know I had plenty of battery. I don't know what happened, and it just kaput and shut off. Shortly thereafter, I was on my way out. I abandoned ship and was on my way out. I'm getting tired of that happening to me. I really am. But shortly thereafter, I'm headed back. After my phone died, I thought maybe because it's wet. I don't know. I still don't know what happened to it. Because when I got back to my vehicle, I plugged it in to my power source in my vehicle, and I gave it a couple of minutes, turned the phone on, and it had 52% battery. I don't know why. I couldn't turn it back on. I don't know what happened to the phone. Shortly thereafter, I was heading out after my phone died. I heard a dog bark, a deep bark, one bark in the distance. I'm like, wow, that's weird. There's no yards around there. So there was no cars at the trailhead either. So I don't know if somebody was out walking a dog. Then I heard the dog again, not even a minute later. It sounded a little closer, off in like another different direction. One bark only, deep bark. I heard the bark again another minute later. Again, one deep bark. And I'm a little bit freaked out. And I'm walking, and all of a sudden, this huge owl flies up from the wood line next to me, shoots right across me. Huge owl. I don't think I've ever seen an owl up close. Never mind 4 feet from me. Flew right in front of me, right across, scared the heck out of me. Then I've got all these birds all heading across my trail like they're all fleeing from something. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? It was just a whole strange thing that a process or these events that kind of happened back to back to back that made me wonder, what am I doing out here? This is really strange. And I'm tired of that happening to me. And I'm wondering, am I losing it a little? Am I losing my gumption, so to speak? But me and Gary hiked a week ago today. Today, I think, is Monday the 26th, October. And we both had an experience at the same time of being watched from up high on a ridge. It was that place I hiked in one of my latest videos where it showed all those teepees, and there was crazy sign in this forested area. And we had heard something up on the ridge line, and we both looked at each other. I said, do you feel what I'm feeling? He goes, yeah, I do. I feel it. He's feeling the same as me. So I know that is not in my head. That feeling is not just something I made up in my head on my own. To have somebody experience that same feeling at the same time it was a relief, to be honest with you. But yeah, that was my hike today. I really am thinking of not even putting this video out because there's nothing in the video that you would see, or at least I haven't gone back and looked. I didn't see anything to make me feel like that. Hearing stuff is different. I still didn't see anything that made me feel like I should turn around. And that's frustrating that I put out content like that, and people are going to be like, wherever this guy goes, he gets scared out. And that's not the truth. That's not how it is. That's something that's happened more recently up here in New Hampshire than has ever happened to me before. I've been doing this for 4 or 5 years now, and it's not something that consistently happens where I get turned out of somewhere. But it is the second time in a row that bad weather, the rain, overcast, adds something to it, I believe, a little bit. Anyways, thank you guys for clicking. I really do appreciate it. Also, I want to thank the people that donate to my PayPal. Very, very much appreciated, you guys. Thank you so much. It helps with gas, gear, and a frosty cold beer. I really appreciate it. So thank you again for clicking, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.